I'm Father Paschal Mary, and we're looking at how to make a string beaded rosary. This is the tool which comes from Our Lady Rosary Maker, and a piece of 1mm number 9 bonded polyester thread. We will hold the tool in our left hand and throwing it from the front towards the back about 7 inches, start about 7 inches up. We're going to begin threading backwards. So that second is going back. So I'm using my index finger to kind of hold the first, and then 1, 2, 3 times. But on the 4th time, we're going to go over, but under, over and through the channel towards the front. So I only count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and through. Once we do that, we can start pushing it towards the end of the tool and then pull it off the tool. Now don't pull just with your left fingers, kind of pop it off the end and keep it pinched a little bit as you pull with your right hand. Don't pull the knot straight out, kind of just feed it through until it becomes tight. So you can see a good tight barrel knot there. Now I'm going to recommend before you put the beads on to cut the end at that 30-60 degree angle along with the thread, and use a little Dritz fray check, a little fray check on the end, maybe 3/4 of the end, and string your first 10 beads. Okay, so now it's a little easier with that bead there, it kind of helps hold it, but I went, out, and then again 1, 2, 3 backwards, and then again this is a little easier to see because the bead helps us a lot, and we are going to go through that, under that knot, through the channel, so that we can finish the knot and pull it towards the end and then pull it off. And again, this is a lot easier with beads on, but we'll lightly pinch. We're not really pinching, we're just holding, we're letting the tension come through, and we're going to pull with our right hand. Now you want to leave a couple millimeters at the end. So I've skipped all the way to the end of the Our Father now. We've kind of got the idea. And this is all the way at the end of the 5 decades. So this is how I do the center. That we take the center, they take the 2 and throw it over. And we're just going to do this one time. We're using both strings together. See how both strings, and keep them aligned, keep them on the same sides they are. And we're just going to go over once, and then we're going to go through. So once and through. So bring first the first string, the lower string, and then the top string. So again, see how they're all aligned. I've kept them aligned all the way around the tool, and then we're going to pull off and pull through. After this, we're going to cut the shorter side, and I use a lighter, so I'm showing you to be careful. Leave a little millimeter or so over, and we're going to go ahead and burn that with a lighter right now. And we want a little bit we want it to stick together, to melt together without melting the other strings. So this is how I do it: 1 bead, a knot, 3 beads, a barrel knot, and 1. So now we're ready to put on our cross. I always take off that little ring, because you're prone to lose that anyways. And we're going to make a barrel knot just like we always have. 1, 2, 3 backwards, and then go through. Now don't pull it off. We want to put our cross on at this point, and with the cross on kind of close up top, we're gonna pull the string back through. So you see the string now going to go the opposite way up through that channel while we still have the string on, and then without leaving a bunch of thread left, a bunch of string left, we're gonna carefully pull it off the end. And slowly, again, kind of pinching, we're gonna pull on the side that brings the thread out. But before getting it tight, don't get it all the way tight. We want to pull some of that string back through. So keep doing that, and do that once a good time, maybe twice. But then at the end, you want to really try to tighten that down on the front end. But again, I just like to keep a little bit, maybe a little more in a bead. And then again, we're just going to cut that off and then use a lighter to start melting that string and press it in. And I'll use a little Dritz fray check on both those knots as well, just to give them a little extra something. All right, thanks.